that with me, bro.
Everyone cared, nobody cried. If everyone loved.
No bed up there, so cool. We can't. You want to wrestle on these?
Day 2 of our hunt, we managed to get 1 big pig and 7 little ones, which is a good thing because they ripped this land up. So we took out a little family, which sounds brutal, but actually is a very good thing for this land because we want all the flora and fauna to have a chance to grow and survive, and these pigs just tear it all up. So I am going to be showing you guys how to cook them whole over an open fire. But first of all, we got to make everybody some breakfast. So I have lit the fire. The boys are skinning and gutting the pigs right now, preparing them. And my job is to make everybody some tucker. So we've got some awesome sow pig ground mince that I'm going to use. I think I've also got some beef tongue in there, so I'm going to make some beef tongue skewers. That's all my brain's sort of thought about so far, but I'm sure I'll get a little more creative as I start cooking, because that's typically how things go for me. I will start to have a look at what's in the cooler. I'll come up with some ideas on the fly, and it will just evolve into an epic spread. So let's get cooking.
I'm hungry.
All right, so I made a really basic bread dough. Obviously, when you're out in Texas, you're not going to have measuring cups, or in the bush or wherever you might be. So I just typically throw in however much flour I think I'm going to need to feed everyone, and a little bit of instant dry yeast. So normally probably about half a teaspoon to about this amount of flour, and I throw in my water. So the ratios I typically do are like a 75% hydration. So that is, say you have 1 cup of flour, that would be 2/3 of a cup of water. So I throw in half flour, like my full amount of flour to half water, and then my yeast, and I start kneading. And if I need to add more water in, I'll add it in, because you want a dough that's like a little sticky like this, so it kind of like sticks to your hands. The reason you want that is actually because if it's too tight, you're going to end up really like small little bread, rolls. They're not going to like rise and puff up, because when the yeast activates, it just has nowhere for that rise to go. So you need water to help to like lift your bread dough up and out. So this is a nice little hydrated bread dough here, not overly hydrated, that you can still work with it. In Australia, we would also make this as like campfire damper. And then over here, I've got my ground sow pig meat that I'm just frying off first. I just like to get a little bit of a coloring on it, cook it down a little bit before I add it into my bread. We'll just give it some flavor as well, a little bit of smoky flavor. And just ensure that your meat's like cooked properly. This is gonna be so good. I probably won't need to use all of this meat in my bread rolls, but the leftovers I'm just gonna keep in the pan, and I'll crack some eggs into it for the boys. So we just want a little bit of caramelization. Now, the thing with any game meat is it's really lean. So you typically have to add a little bit of fat into it. So when we ground this down, we actually added some pig fat to it. But you can already see that it's not fatty at all. So I'll add some extra virgin olive oil into this just to help give it a little bit of oil and fat, so that it doesn't taste too dry when we go to eat it. You don't often have a lot of water with you when you're out camping. So if you get floury hands, you're just gonna rub them together like this, and all that flour and crap should start to come off. Actually, you don't really want, you want to do this before you wash your hands anyway, because you don't want to be, creating a gluey paste, which is essentially what flour and water does. It creates like a glue.
You need to kill a hog
quail and a deer.
Some quail, some pheasant, and a deer. And and by the way, I only have like 48 hours to do it. And so when you show up and it's like
we get shit done.
We're getting it done like that. As an outfitter, as somebody who takes people to do stuff outdoors, that's where a lot of joy for me comes in, like an objective achieved.
Yeah.
Okay, what is this again? One more time.
Sour pig.
Mixed with anything?
Yep. Chili, dill, and some garlic.
And then you put a little extra fat.
I just want to show you guys a little bit. So when you're kind of cooking down your ground meat, you really want it to break up like this. This is like really good. So it's easy to work with. It's got a little, oops, shit. Got a little bit of color on it. And now I'm just gonna sit it to the side of my grill grate. This is the really handy thing about these Brio outposts. I love them for traveling because they're compact, but you've got this like little swing on it, so you can pull it out, which will create like a little resting area where it doesn't get too cold, like it's not too far away from the fire, but it still has a little bit of residual heat in it, and we're able just to swing it out and kind of just let it cool down before we add it to our bread rolls. All right, so I haven't got a full game plan yet, but I'm just gonna get a little bit of dough. You just flour it a little. Doesn't stick too much.
You're making like an empanada?
Kind of like a weird empanada. A little bit of this.
Like a calzone.
Not really. I don't really mind if you get a little bit of like cheese on the outside and stuff, because it kind of just adds a little crunchy element to it. And then you flip it over once you kind of married it together like a little bun, and then you're gonna use your hands to kind of cut up under it, and it just helps to reshape that bowl. And then we have it, a little cheesy dumpling bowl. I'm gonna fill this whole thing up. We got this. Just to be aggressive with it. Roll it. Roll that ball.
Okay. How's that? Is this right?
This looks good. This is why I like my Sitka pants, because they've got a little knee thing. With the rest, we're gonna make little empanadas.
Can I just eat this?
Rit? No. Okay, this is the fun part. Put the lid on the Dutch oven, and then I'm going to pop it onto my little hook, hopefully. Oh yeah. And so I'm gonna move my fire out from underneath it and rake some coals under it.
Another big thing, like if you want to get a dog right?
Okay, so I'm just adding in a little bit of kale. What we're looking for is for it to bounce back. So it's just ever so slightly doing that now. I love this recipe because you really can add any type of meat you want to it, or you could do just greens. See how it's got a nice wobble on top? It's a little yolky.
Get it. Heck yeah.
Camping with Miss Sarah Glover.
This is what we call an Australian swag. Bloody hell, this is not what I had in mind when he said camping. Kind of stuck in my coffin. Get up, make coffee, put some camo on, and get down. So we got pig, got quail, we just need some deer now. Yeah, I've got some meatloaf for breakfast. Get ourselves psyched. Alright, so this little princess is gonna go to bed. Night. So cozy. Let go. Drop it. Release.
Deer don't want to be shot till 8 a.m.
Can I bring me my coffee, please? Cappuccino.
Rolls.
We drove all night. We're out at Desert Door, West Texas Ranch.
Yep.
We're gonna try to run around and get some whitetail. Check out this country. This is big country over here. It's rough country.
It looks rough. I mean, I thought rocking up last night, he's like, we're gonna camp, and I was like, cool, like little fields with daisies popping up and some grass. And then we rocked up, and I was like, I don't know if I can put my swag down here. It's gonna be a bumpy sleep.
She was complaining.
And by swag she means tent.
Shut up. It's real swag. I'm roughing it.
This morning we're gonna split up into a couple of different groups, and we're gonna break the ranch apart into sections, and we're gonna try to be efficient because we don't have a lot of time. So all of your shots are gonna be west.
Trying to get tan.
And then we'll restart it when I assemble the whole thing. Turkey.
Turkey?
Smoked in the Traeger. Yep. Doesn't work anymore. And I was like, whatever. That's the last time I get.